convicted, I'm certainly having this case reversed, right? So why would a guy who's like Miss D's client, I don't, what's his name again?
Rodarius Ryan, Lil
Ryan?
Rod,
No?
Lil
Little
Rod.
Rod? Little
Mhm.
Rod, that's the one who has the life sentence already?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, why would he take a plea? Why would he take a plea when he's got a reversal? He did, surely this case will be reversed if there's a conviction. I think my headphones is too tight
Okay,
because they're
okay,
giving me a
okay.
goddamn
Now
headache.
that makes a lot of sense,
Right.
right? Because
Right.
what will he be pleading now to?
Who?
Murder, Ryan?
No.
If he, right,
No. They might offer them pleas to conspiracy, attempted whatever, something lesser than what's in the indictment. They could plead down from the indictment.
mm-hmm.
Top counts can be dismissed for the purposes of pleas in the interest of justice.
The two top counts, or three. Well, you got murder, but you have the
But I
racketeering
think
and payments.
murder isn't the murder an overt act, or is that a standalone charge?
It's overt.
Right. So it's not a standalone charge. No one is specifically charged with murder. Right. They're saying that murder was done by someone, right, in furtherance of the gang. Is my understanding. I admittedly, I haven't read the indictment and I don't recall. Well, I think I did read it, but it's been so long I don't recall if there was a standalone murder count. In any event, they could dismiss the top counts, right? They could dismiss the top counts because also the prosecution is thinking about the prospect that if they have to go all the way, that they very well may be overturned. They may have this conviction overturned if they get a conviction at all.
Right. If they get conviction at
And
all.
the prospects of that, they may not want to do that. So when you think about all that is on the table, right? It's really it's I'm really hard pressed to think that all of the defendants are going to be on board for a plea. And I'm really hard pressed to think that the prosecution would be willing to give them what's called those splittable offers, right? I don't see that happening. So that means the trial might end in a mistrial without prejudice.
Speedy
Or
trial. There's a speedy
or
trial.
or the defense withdraws their motion and the trial continues.
Mm, that could happen Monday.
It could. It
But
could
it seemed like
absolutely happen.
Miss Westmoreland wanted that for her client, Mr. Nichols. Mr.
What does she
Nichols
want?
is she wants a mistrial, and she was amenable to a
Oh, yes,
mistrial
she
with
did.
prejudice. She said,
Mhm.
"Yeah, I will take it."
Right. She did. She did.
Well,
She did. But once she's had an opportunity to talk with the other attorneys, her position might change.
how would selling she like his particular acts are different than others? How would
Mhm.
how would they sell her on just keep moving forward? Because she sounded like she was ready to, yeah, we'll take that.
Right. So if they don't have a deal where everyone is taking something and it's about let me convince these people that we just need to hold the line and come have a united front, then they've got to convince her to go all the way
Right.
on the premise, one, that this is a not guilty just waiting to happen. Two, even if it's not and
Well,
there's a
hold on.
conviction,
It's a not guilty maybe for some of the defendants. They're all not, the way the judges.
I don't see that. I don't see the jury being convinced by this evidence for any defendant.
Mm,
I just don't. Um,
wow.
I don't. But stranger things have happened, and like I said, it doesn't matter. Even if they do convict, the likelihood that this case will be overturned
It's
is
very
so
high.
incredibly high, right? That's
All of them. Everyone's made
all of
mistrial.
them exactly. So that is another consideration.
Right. So yeah, they may have to,
Even though that process requires they stay in jail.
yeah. But this trial will go on for maybe another 6 months. Six
At
months
least.
is better. Yeah, 6 months is better than you know
Right.
life.
Right.
You don't know what
Right.
if they're getting probation. You don't want to get in a Tonio Sledge position. That you can be violated.
Right.
But
Right.
it seems like there's I think 3 defendants have been violated already, and one more is up for a revocation hearing.
Yeah,
Um,
I absolutely would not be counseling any of any client to take fucking probation in Fulton County. Hell no. It's like how much
no,
of it's like a they just give you some rope and wait for you to
right,
hang yourself.
right.
So that's
So
not I don't think if I'm the defense attorney, that's not an option. Give me some hard numbers. My guy's got this much time in and give me the right number so that he can get out and we got a deal.
right,
But that only works for a couple of clients. That's the problem,
right.
right? It only works for and they're not gonna say, okay, let Thug out the case and we're gonna keep going for the rest of the trial.
No,
Why would they
they
want to
need
do
him.
that?
They need him. They need him in the
Yeah.
trial in order for
Because then
them.
how does that look if we continue, right, to the jury and he's not there? The
Right.
judge says, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know that you recognize that Jeffrey Williams is not in the courtroom anymore. You're not to speculate as to why he's not here anymore.
Uh, right.
Right.
They ain't going too far.
That ain't gonna work. That is
Well,
not gonna work.
we got to continue watching and see whether or not we only got listen, we got just a couple of days, and we'll
Yeah.
see what not what transpires from that.
So
Moving,
while all of the craziness with YSL was happening, some other very big news was happening, and I missed it. And I think
mm,
you missed it too.
I missed it too.
Apparently and purportedly, there are leaked audio calls from Diddy between him and maybe his son King from
Mhm.
jail. Leak
Mm.
calls, the leak. Now, this is purportedly, obviously, I am not able to independently verify whether or not, but the person who's providing them says that they're legit.
That they legit,
They're legit.
and he's on a major platform.
He's
Big,
on a major with hella subscribers.
I saw last I checked out 800,
Yeah,
900,000 subscribers.
for sure.
So, do you have the audio?
No,
Should
I
I
sent
bring
it
it
to
up?
you.
Okay, I'll bring it up. Hold on.
I sent it to you.
Give people the short version while I pull it up. Yeah.
Passionately fine said, "Hi, did you saw that the lawyer called IS a liar is a liar?
IS.
Who's
She's
IS?
saying that's infamous Sylvia.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
I don't know nothing
you
about that. I don't know
know,
nothing about that.
know
Peace to the
that.
venerable one,
Yeah, I'm pulling up the
the
clip.
God minister Inky,
Inky. He's
Inky
in
was
here.
it?
Yeah, he's from the
Somebody
conscious community.
from who? From the conscious community?
Yeah, Inky.
Inky. Contact
Inky
you
from the
for any.
conscious community. You know who that is?
I do not.
Oh, well, he's coming from your
That's someone who's affiliated with
Sonetta.
Sonetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard pass. Hold
Okay.
on, that's my mama calling. Let me mute this. Give
Yeah,
me a sec.
please. You send this to me. I think you're gonna have to send it to me. Oh, I got it. I got it. Never mind. I got it. I got
You find it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'm gonna
All
pull it
right.
up. Just listen to it. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Okay, and we'll give the shout out to the Sean
What's up, Ray?
Atwood. Sean Atwood. And we haven't independently verified if these audios are not AI. Someone said that it might be AI, but it sounds like Puff's voice.
They addressed that in the video.
Okay,
The person who received them.
absolutely.
And apparently, I guess who provided them to him is a reliable source. This
Okay.
is someone. I think this is an ex offender, and he now has a YouTube channel, and he provided them to the host of this channel on this platform.
Okay.
So,
A ex-offender is so he's snitching.
no, he's just got sources in the prison industry. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Widescreen is so you guys can see this.
Yeah, so we giving credit. This is Tommy Scoville. This is on. Is that Sean Atwood's channel? I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's on
Sean-
Sean Atwood's channel, but I think that the guy on the guy with the glasses, I believe, is Tommy Scoville. I think the guy on the left without the glasses.
Yeah, that's
is,
Tommy.
Okay.
That's
He's
Tommy.
Atwood. So this is
There you
Atwood's channel, Atwood Unleashed.
I can tell you, right?
Make sure we give credit where credit is due. We ain't got no problems here.
All right.
No issues.
So Tommy has said he's got a good source for this that has served him well in the past. Of course, we cannot guarantee anything. There's no such thing as a guarantee in this life.
Absolutely.
But we are doing our best to bring this information to you, and you can all form your own judgments. It does sound pretty realistic to me. So we're going to go over to the next one, and we just bring this one back a little bit. Here we go.
Everybody out there quiet as motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have a little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
You gotta go back, Dennis.
Let me
You
play
missed,
that again.
you missed 2 calls.
Everybody out there quiet as motherfucker. Yeah, exactly.
I'll take it back.
We gonna let them have a little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
All right, what's he saying there?
You know,
All the way back.
Yeah. Back it up.
the siblings, which will let you know who.
Okay. I'm gonna take it back a little further. Right there. Okay, here we go.
I think that might be. I don't think they played the first one yet. Where you at? Where you are?
You was about to say?
So all the sound comes through that bean slide through a trap, a stereo speaker. It's hell when you got to make a phone call. I just don't. It doesn't seem to me that there could be any chance that's how he's doing it. But that's
One of the calls here, I believe this is, and I'm gonna just crossed it works. Let's see.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
Oh, so
Let's try that again.
What up? Yo, listen. Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
Do not
right.
entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. All right.
yeah, and nothing over the phone.
You
So
heard?
this is obviously pretty
So,
sound
Mikey.
advice, right? Unfortunately, I don't think they keep to their sound advice. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations that that maybe they should have thought of that. By the way, all of these calls do end up in people are like, how is this possible? I'm telling you that every phone call that this cat makes over the time that he's incarcerated, we're gonna have a shot at over time. That's just how it works, because these places have services. Like, you remember how much money you had to pay when you were locked up to make a phone call on the prepaid? it's the BOP isn't handling that, right? There's a
See,
company
no, I
that
don't
comes
remember
in.
that.
Well, that
So
company is collecting all kinds of data, and they've found ways to disseminate it to people that want to pay big money for it, right? I mean, there's a lot of people that want to hear. You've probably seen some of the guys doing content on the Wade Wilson calls. I mean, all of them. You can get all of it.
And especially
Yeah, that's not it, folks. There's tons more to come. We're just getting
Tons
started.
more. Yeah, tons more. Yeah, absolutely. Do not fear.
Tommy, do you have an approximation of when these calls were made or who he's speaking to?
Yeah, it's a great question. This is him talking to his son, and this is going to be my assumption would be it's King, right? The one he calls King. Later on, he refers to other siblings, which will let you know who in terms of who he's talking to, because he's one of his sons. But as far as time frame goes, later on in the call, you're going to hear his son say to him, "Don't worry, you're going to be out on bail tomorrow." So this had to have been, I would have guessed, right before the bail hearing number 2, not the magistrate one, but the one with Carter. So this is a while back.
So for these to be leaked, they would have had to have been recorded at obviously the jail records everything, but perhaps the other end as well. Does that mean a staff member's leaked it, or the person at the other end has leaked it?
These things basically can be FOIA. There's a lot of ways you can get this, like every single call from Wade Wilson, right? All of those calls. The company that's handling the phone systems, they do that. It's a company.
he's got to
that's
be
brought in.
careful
It's not like
the
the
way he's
feds own
speaking.
that phone
He doesn't
system.
know
You're
if
not
they
paying
did
the
it.
federal
He
government
should
to
say
make the
they
phone
may.
call
They
you
have
do.
the
You're
ability.
paying whatever the name of the particular service for your area is, and they end up leaking it. They end up
He shouldn't
selling
say
it.
it so matter
Because
of
those people are
factly.
also they've got all
yeah.
kinds of stuff.
Well, we're not saying.
Probably a corrections
We are
officer
not.
is solid. That's a very solid point too. If somebody is in there with one of these, the calls are all monitored. It would be so easy for somebody to just put a phone up and do one of those numbers. That's
Nobody has
absolutely
a phone in
possibility.
federal prison. That makes absolutely
So
no
you are
sense.
saying that the most likely
Nobody could be
source
there to
of the
record
leak
it.
And
is
hold
the
on.
phone company
Well, I want to pause
contracted
when you
to
talk. Pause the
record the
video.
calls?
Pause it for a
No,
second.
what I'm saying is over time, that's who's going to leak all these.
Go ahead, Ike.
No one is in federal prison with a cell phone sitting next to Diddy while he talks and is
Right.
recording
That
it.
made no
Nobody's
sense.
doing it.
And we know the son is not doing that.
The son, that makes absolutely no sense.
Right.
That makes
So-
the way this has to be happening is someone who has access, most likely, is providing it to third parties for a fee.
Right.
And
And
a myriad of people have access.
right. And it could be like what happened in the R. Kelly case, and the person, someone from Bureau of Prisons could be leaking it again
Could
to
be. Absolutely.
a content creator, and they never prosecuted that person. That person left or got transferred, but they don't tell us what happened to the employee. This could be the same situation. These guys could be working in concert with someone that
there's so many links in the chain of possession, honestly, right? Because when the prosecution, and they are definitely monitoring these calls and requesting copies of these calls, when they make that request to the company has to burn a copy and then send a copy to the office, right? That's going through the mail. That's going through a paralegal. They're not sending it straight to the DA's office. It's going to the U.S. Attorney's office. It's got to go through the mailroom, right? They got to make sure it's not fucking bomb, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to go through a few more hands before it even ends up in the hands of the AUSA who's requesting it. So there are a lot of
multiple hands who touched
exactly. So I don't want to point the finger at anyone.
First generation call.
I don't want to point the finger at anyone, but I do want to disabuse anyone of thinking that someone is sitting somewhere in a federal prison with a cell phone recording this call. That's the least likely scenario.
Well, they get phone smuggled in jail all the time, Ike.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's true.
But this is not that. This is not that.
Yeah, no, because the way the phones are situated is it'd be I think it'd be pretty obvious if somebody was standing next to you, too close, just hanging around while you having a whole ass conversation. I don't really see that happening.
And if that's what he's saying,
no.
So,
and it sounds too clean for it to be someone standing there recording, right? Because it would pick up more background. I'm gonna buy. Yeah, sounds like it's straight from the company,
from the source. All right, let's go. Is that your phone?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Put it on mute, please. Put it on mute. I'll play it.
The nerve.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Bye.
You will see them come out in way more. You'll get bulks of them. The fact that there's only one call leaked on this, and again, I think it might be people sitting across from each other. It doesn't sound like they're in the shoe. There's just not enough noise. You know what I mean? The way that you have to figure it's a hallway full of people screaming at the top of their lungs all day. And you've got just this little opening, right, with air conditioning pushing the wind and all of the noise directly into that cell. It's brutal. So I think they're sitting there talking at a visit across from each other.
I'm pausing for a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, not only are we streaming on Twitter, we're streaming on YouTube. We have 40,000 plus watching this stream right now. So, as the producer, I got to monitor everything. 40,000.
All right, so let's just catch people up because I think some people in the chat are like, "Who are these people?" Okay. So let them know. So this is Tommy Scoville, and is it what's his first name? Atwood.
Atwood.
Yes. Yeah, Atwood. This is his channel, and we are replaying and reacting to the purported leak calls from jail of Diddy and having a conversation with his son. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. That's what we are. I said purported. We have not verified. Tommy Scoville says that the provider of this information is a very reliable person who has provided reliable information in the past. And so we are reviewing what they posted 2 days ago. When everybody was in YSL frenzy, in a YSL frenzy.
Yes, me included. Here we go, guys.
And probably somebody sitting with a cell phone and recording it. That's, I think, probably the most likely.
No, I think it would sound, the audio would sound different if that was the case.
Okay. I'm gonna pause it whenever you start talking because I don't want to miss anything.
I'm sorry. The audio would sound different. Okay, so they do. There are some people who have illegal phones in jail. Yes, that is true. That is true. But the likelihood that the audio would sound like this from someone who had a phone secreted on their body while they surreptitiously stood next to Diddy while he was having this call, or the son, and for the audio to sound like this, I think it wouldn't. It's not consistent with that. But it's all speculation, so it is what it is.
All right, we're gonna continue playing,
folks. Let's see what happens here. This is file 4, I believe. Let's have a look. There we go.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Wow. I'm gonna have to play that one again because I can't believe my ears. 1 second.
You might want to play that twice.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Good grief. What is your interpretation of pizza boxes?
Well, before we listen to this,
I agree. Mikey said that's a landline. He's an audio engineer. Yeah, that's a landline.
You can hear the inmates or whoever in the background making noise on Diddy's side. So
see, look, official Dana J said pizza boxes are kids. I told you that, Dennis. I told you that on the phone.
What do we get rid of kids? What kids they get rid of?
Maybe it's videos of kids. Videos of kids. No? I don't know. Play the eerie music. Come on, you ain't on it. You need an audio. I gotta get my own soundboard. I need my own soundboard.
Dana threw me off with that. Kids, what the heck?
I tried to tell you. That's right to tell you. Look, Josie said that's AI. Y'all goofy. It's Friday. We could be goofy today.
You're gonna be goofy.
today.
Listen,
We gonna be goofy today. We gonna be all the way goofy today.
there you go. They got videos that not found. Dennis, you know what it is, bro. Stop. All right, we're gonna play some more.
All right, go ahead.
Oh man, hold on.
The this early on in the I don't want to get you scrubbed, but there's a lot of people. Yeah, that word comes up a lot, and I think that if there's anybody here that doesn't know the references behind this, it's as foul as you can possibly think of, and it's a code words for things that it's all bad. It's all bad. This is in reference to people that are not old enough to to drive an automobile in most cases, and certainly not old enough to vote.
Right.
It's really foul, right? And it makes you wonder, right? That it's absolutely disturbing, and it's kind of out the gate. And this call gets it gets more interesting as it goes. I know it's hard to top that, but it gets more interesting as it goes. It's very, very disturbing. I think a lot of this is.
Ike, his face is crazy.
Yeah, because we saw, that theory that came around that caused a lot of problems for people on YouTube, the Q theory.
Oh boy.
And that was that terminology was used a lot. Knowing, because that terminology is no longer secret and it is classified as what you were, intimating.
Yeah.
Why would anyone be so stupid as to use that in this day and age when that's already been outed as that word? Do you think?
That honestly, the first person that I listened to this with, that was the first thing they said. There's no way he could be, naive enough to not know that this is out there in the zeitgeist kind of thing. And I thought to myself, I'm not 100% sure of that. I mean, do you think this cat spends an awful lot of time, surfing and doing things like that? I figure from the
D says, Ike, and you and I spoke about this. His son, if these calls are real, his son is in trouble.
Well, no, his son is not in trouble. His son hasn't done anything. Just because someone asks you to do something doesn't mean you've acted on that, right? So let's not assume that his son actually followed any directive.
If he followed through with this,
if he did something and he tried to destroy evidence or anything like that, that would be obstruction. It would be obstruction of justice. So. Right. Yeah. So, but just because someone called and asked you to do something, that doesn't make you a criminal because they ask you to do a crime.
He could have left He could have left the facility and said, "This nigga crazy. I'm not doing nothing."
He could have hung up like, I ain't doing none of that.
Daddy, I got a party to go to.
Sometimes you want to appease someone who's in jail because they in jail. Right. So you acquiesce like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna take care of that. I got you. Don't worry about it, fam. Everything's gonna be good. And it's not.
Right.
Not going to be good at all. But what I want to say about the AI again with the people who think that this is AI. Sean Atwood has 899,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. That is a significant stream of income that I do not think he is willing to compromise without first doing some due diligence. And that's the only reason why. If this had been on someone's page where, they had nothing to lose, then we might take a second, second thought before we reviewed it. And, we've done our due diligence by disclaiming. And so if you think it's not real, bounce up out of here. Just go. Leave. Just go.
Kick rocks. Open shoe toes.
And since Dennis won't let me curse, I gotta say it nice. Like, fuck out of here.
Oh my God! Like, we gotta keep it, PG. Well,
I'm sorry.
Dana, don't send me nothing on my pizza, please. Don't send me anything. Hold on, guys. Here we go.
I'm gonna act up on Friday.
Hold on, let me get that mute button.
The time he gets up to the time he goes to bed, this dude lived a very different life than us. Maybe he's familiar with all that, but I think you could probably maybe drop that word you were about to say that starts with the letter Q and have him go, never heard of it. I mean, I think that's a distinct possibility. There
What
are a
is he
lot of
talking
people in
about?
society that have never heard of things like this because you sort of have to. There are certain circles where this got a lot more traction, right? I mean, it was 3 days in the news cycle in the United States. It didn't get a whole lot more than that because they weren't trying to promote it. You know what I mean? They weren't trying to let it get traction.
I'm suspecting his degree of arrogance as well, thinking that, you know, this
Hubris, right?
Yeah, this is never going to come out online or anything like that. All right, so the next one then, let me go to that, and I'll just rewind it real quick.
Okay, make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Okay, make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah.
All right, viewers, so many of you were able to interpret the pizza thing. Recycling plastic? Come on, help me, folks.
You know, there was a lot of theories when I talked about this on my channel. I think a lot of them were solid.
So, Ike, let's talk about what we believe the plastic to be. If this is true, I believe the plastic could be DVDs and or hard drives, maybe, or tapes, things that could be recycled. Your thoughts?
Firearms. I thought it was firearms. Guns. Pew-pews. However you want to say them. Plastic is the semi-auto guns with the script. They already had them, Dana
Right.
J. Unless there's
they
more. If you're saying more. Tomo says, I think slang for plastic is firearms. So I think he's saying recycle plastic means get rid of the guns. That's what I think too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
I personally think that a lot of devices that keep data, right? You know, if you had a zip drive or you had, you know, think about basically anything that you might have data stored on is probably plastic. And to me, recycling sounds like, yeah, exactly. There you go. USB storage devices, that kind of stuff. Destroy that, right? Grind it up, do whatever you got, recycle that stuff, get it down to recycle, you know, destroy it.
Let me read what they're putting in the comments then. Yeah, a lot of people saying about the USB sticks.
Yeah, right. I mean, basically anything. If some of the stuff went back, yeah, video cassettes are plastic, CDs, right, DVDs, whatever. The all of those things, plastic baby oil bottles. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that. Yeah, this was probably a little late for the baby oil.
Yes.
Pause it for a second. Look at that comment Mikey
bottles
put up. I like that, Mike. I didn't think about that. IDs and credit cards that he's withholding from his victims. Like, you know, maybe he took stuff from them. You know, that's interesting.
You know something? I like that because I don't know if I've seen it in the movie, but you know, when they pull up on you and they give me your ID, let me do let me take your license. Okay, I got this. If you tell anyone, I know where to find you.
Right. Because what you gonna do? Just get a renewal.
Right.
So you get a new one, but they still got your old one.
Right. So that's something to think about.
I like that, Mikey. Yeah. Could be. You don't know.
We're out a while ago.
This is insane, Tommy. I can't believe you've come across this. Let's see. There's the next one then. View tab. And that's number 6. Let me just rewind it.
Jay, reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. What this motherfucker doing? These things sweet now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail.
Okay.
Did Jay reach out yet? Not the Jay that I'm thinking.
Right. Now here's the deal. Almost everybody on planet Earth that is going to hear this is probably going to assume that that's the Jay he's talking about. Okay.
So, Ike, let me take this one. So they're speculating that it's Jay-Z, a producer, my guess it would be Stevie J, a producer who worked with Puffy, who is seen a lot with Puffy towards before he's getting arrested. I don't think it's Jay-Z. I don't think it's Jermaine Dupri. I think it's Stevie J, the producer. And they talk about the person being producer. Would you agree?
I don't know. When I heard Jay, the first person I thought of was Jay-Z. But when you said Stevie J, I was like, that makes sense too. That tracks.
Stevie J been with him for a long time.
It could have been he could have been talking about Ray J. Ass. Like,
Yeah,
he was talking about Ray J too. Given, some of the rumors and innuendo about his roles in some of these things. I don't know what Jay.
Well,
he said he ghosted him.
Yeah. No, he ghosted him, but Stevie J was seen close. And again, the guys, this is all just
speculation and conjecture. We are surmising, we are reporting on, we are speculating on what this could mean, what it could be, and nothing more.
Right. That's it. And I'm being careful. We're just saying that just different J's.
There's a lot of J's. A lot of J's out there.
Jay in the street, Anyway. So no judgment.
I don't know. Can you think of any others? Any other Jays that, because you got to. I mean, maybe it's a Jay that's not famous, right? Maybe he's got a dude that lives in the neighborhood that he borrowed a lawnmower from. You know what I mean? Like, a hedge trimmer. He went next door and said, "Hey, you got a tool I can borrow?"
No.
He just wants to return to his neighbor whose name might be Jay. No, I mean, honestly, but in the real world, he might have a few friends named Jay. I don't know that I know anybody named Jay currently in my life, but maybe he knows a couple.
Please. Anyone in his circle anyway. So it's not the guy.
Tell me you don't have any black friends without telling me you don't have any black friends.
You talking lawnmowers? No. Diddy's not mowing lawn, and I don't think none of his friends are either. Let's go.
Few people in the chat are asking, how do we know that these are not AI generated?
Well, here's the deal. In all honesty, how do we know that anything today is not AI generated? Right? I mean, truthfully, and full disclosure, right? Here's what I would say. The people that have sent this to me, I caught a lot of crap when I came out and said the baby oil has got G in it, right? And I didn't catch any crap over here, which was cool because you kept having me back on. But you know something? Everybody now, right? There's no place that you can go. Mainstream media is even talking about the fact that the baby oil was spiked.
Well, hold on, sir. The U.S. attorneys haven't said that the baby oil was spiked. So I don't agree with that statement. And your guest obviously, your host is obviously not concerned with that, but I am, because if there was that, it should be in the indictment.
Well, listen, it doesn't mean just because it was left out doesn't mean it's not possible that is the state, right?
Right.
What he's saying is his sources tell him that that's what it is, that the baby oil was spiked. That 3-count indictment will surely be superseded. So we don't know what else is to come.
Right.
We don't know. And listen, this is the case where the craziest of things have panned out to be true. So we cannot discount anything, right? Mm-hmm. We just can't. Remember back in, 2018, when that dude Ali got arrested for shooting up the Trump Dora Hotel, mm-hmm. and he did that interview, and he started talking about how he was a sex slave and had been having sex with Cassie and Diddy, and it was like, this dude is out of his rabbit ass mind. Mm-hmm. And now they're like, wow, if only folks had paid attention, if only people had listened, right? So I'm not going to dismiss anything. I'm not dismissing anything. Anything is possible in this case, because it's just that crazy.
Is that crazy?
That crazy.
So this is coming from the same sources. That's about as good as I can tell you, right? We did all right last time.
All right. So Tommy has said he's got a good source for this that has served him well in the past. Of course, we cannot guarantee anything. There's no such thing as a guarantee in this life.
Absolutely.
But we are doing our best to bring this information to you, and you can all form your own judgments. It does sound pretty realistic to me. So we're going to go over to the next one, and we just bring this one back a little bit. There we go.
Everybody out there quiet as motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
Let me play that again.
Everybody out there quiet as motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
All right, what's he saying there?
You know something? I think that there's a lot of people that believe this guy has probably at least tried to keep an ace up his sleeve. If you think about how long he had to get prepared for getting arrested, right? Honestly, it's kind of amazing because they, if we told you this at a later date, it would sound ridiculous. It would sound like we're making it up, right? But he got sued in November of last year on a case that he had to know once it was out into the world, he was going to get charged with stuff, right? There's no other way around it. He had to know that was coming. Before that, a couple of years before that, she had reached out to him, right? So he's known this is coming for a really, really long time. And it keeps getting back to the hubris. It keeps getting back to the fact that this guy, if he's recorded everything for every day he's been on planet Earth, and he kind of brags about the fact that since becoming Diddy, right, since starting this whole adventure, his entire life's on film, right? We know that all of his houses were wired for sound. It's I don't think it's a stretch to think that he's got a head stash of some really ugly stuff on some people. And if he's got it, right, if he's got that stuff, and I think when you listen to the rest of this call, I don't know, you can interpret it any way you want, but it seems to me that
and he sounded quite confident in one of those that he was going to get
JoJo's
out of bail.
What's that? Yeah, you know what? It is his son was confident that he was going to get out on bail. I think Dad was a little more reserved, but his kid definitely thought he was going to be.
Hold on, guys. Ike, I'm gonna put it on pause. You can go.
Hope shines eternal, doesn't it, for the new arrestee and his family members?
Well, you know what, and it's what keeps you. It's what keeps you alive. You know, I had a friend that used to ride ambulance. Right, he was like a paramedic, and he said that often they would go out to work a call, and the person, an older gentleman, may have been deceased for an hour and a half, but they would do CPR on the guy anyway, so that everybody in the house kind of gets the ability to drive all the way down to the hospital thinking that there's a chance, and it's that, you know what I mean? It's not the brick wall. And I think this is one of those situations as well. You know what I mean? When you first get in there, you're really pipe dreaming for so much stuff. And if you don't, you're going to end up running headwards into a brick wall and going massively insane. You have to have a little hope that springs from every filing and every time you go to court, a little bit of hope, because you'll go nuts. It's a very tough environment while you're waiting to be sentenced or waiting to go to trial. It's tough.
Yeah, the hope runs all the way through the pre-sentence period, and then the final pipe dream, once you're sentenced, is the appeal.
Well, that's not the final, but yeah, the absolute final is you're going to get a year and a half of halfway. So they're gonna kick you down the most time you can possibly get, because you do get, in the feds, you get some time off of your sentence at the very end of it, and you could get theoretically up to 18 months. Nobody on earth has ever gotten 18 months, but theoretically, it could happen. I've never seen it happen. Most people just get 6. But hope, you tell your family, if I get 18, I'll be home by Christmas. You're not getting 18. You're lucky to be home by the following Christmas.
All right, next one. And there we go. View tab.
Hey, yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie.
All right, Pop. It's just been crazy right now.
Try that again.
Now, hey yo, check this out. Need you to reach out to the producer.
Who do you think the producer is, Tommy?
I'll be honest with you, I don't have an idea. I really don't. There in the last when in my chat last time, people started to take some guesses. Clive Davis, I think, was most people's favorite vote on the live feed that I did. I don't know. I really don't. But to me, this sounds like a threat, right? To me, See, a lot of people were saying Clive Davis, and I think it's probably a pretty decent. Well, a lot of people said that too, but I don't think. I mean, there's nothing he's going to do to stop that freight train, right? I mean, Netflix has already paid. I just think this is code. I think the reference to Netflix, he could have picked Hulu, he could have picked anybody, but he picked Netflix. But I could be wrong. I don't think it's. I think it's a threat. I think it's a threat. Tell them if they don't. Right? He's bummed out. You know, Jay, whoever isn't, he's ghosting him. He's unhappy.
Let me continue that one again.
Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie. All right, Pop. It's just crazy right now.
Netflix movie, yeah, 50 Cent.
Yeah, to me it just sounds like a threat. If you play it from the beginning, reach out to the producer and tell he doesn't sound happy with the dude he's reaching out to, right? It just, I don't know. I don't think it's what could it be about 50 Cent? He ain't stopping that thing, right? There's no way you're going to stop that from happening, especially with the feeding frenzy that's going on the planet right now with Sean Combs. That 50 Cent's Netflix special would be that thing's going to be bigger than the Super Bowl. Really, everybody's waiting. It's going to be huge. No, I can't wait. You know, he's been digging dirt forever.
All right, next one is number 10. So this one, let's see, stop sharing. Let me go to tab. Right, go back a little bit. Here we go.
About all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry. Just about all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry. Just
So my interpretation of that, he's saying that he's got no money and these people that are making allegations are just trying to cash in.
Yeah, that everybody's just trying to cash in, and he's broke anyway, right? He's got no cash.
Okay, so in
the Cassie Ventura lawsuit, he brags about the fact that his money is offshore and that
Ike. Okay, hold on. I missed that part. Hold on.
I'm here.
Okay, I missed that audio part. Hold on. I gotta play that. I'll play that now.
All right, next one is number 10. So this one, let's see, stop sharing. Let me go to tab. Right, go back a little bit. Here we go.
about all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry. Just about all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry. Just
So my interpretation of that, he's saying that he's got no money and these people that are making allegations are just trying to cash in.
Yeah, that everybody's just trying to cash in, and he's broke anyway, right? He's got no cash. He in the Cassie Ventura lawsuit, he brags about the fact that his money is offshore and that everything he is doing. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
I'll play that one again if you want for people. Let me have a look. View tab. There we go.
about all these lawsuits though, Pop.
What about all these what?
Lawsuits.
Lawsuit.
What about all? Yeah. What about all these lawsuits, pops?
Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. But you're money hungry.
So he's hid all his money.
Yeah, I had somebody text me in a question where they said, if this cat had all of that time to prepare for this, why would he not have gotten rid of the things like this, right? Why would? And here's my theory on this. I think that he didn't, didn't, or at least
well, hold on. And I would agree that why would he retain anything at this point, knowing that they're on his behind? But then I would say that why would he have that Cassie tape in his safe, assuming, that's the case? But why?
He struggles streaming,
knowing that he's going to get arrested and knowing that the search warrants are coming, to save anything. So that's the issue I have. At this point, he's already New York to surrender or be ready to surrender. Why would he have to tell his son to do any of this? And why is this stuff even being discussed on the phone? So I'm leaning towards maybe this name may be fake.
Oh no, I don't know. Some people are arrogant, and in my experience, people, no matter how many times you tell them not to talk on the phone, they do. Look at the YSL trial. How many jail calls do they have from the YSL trial? These people just on the phone. People do it. I mean, I've been handed calls and prosecutor. They love doing that shit. They love going here. Here's some more discovery of your client's calls from jail. It's like, you can't be serious. You got to go and listen to all of this nonsense.
And what is your mother and your sister doing here? Why are they bringing drugs? What's going on? And I got to sit next to you on Monday.
Yeah.
I tell the jurors, I'm innocent. I get it. But, there's no such thing as smart criminals anyway. There's no. They're only smart when they talking to the other criminals behind the bar. When they, everyone has a story. If you listen to me, you probably wouldn't have, get caught that. Man, shut up. You're in there trying to get yourself out.
No, I had to open my window. It's hot. All right, I'm back.
He didn't have an idea of just what an avalanche this was going to be. I mean, when you get arrested and they take you into the prison, you probably assume, this will make the news, right? I doubt he thought he would be the headline every single day for the next year and a half, whatever. This has been this is just like nothing that we've ever seen, and I think maybe it's a little overwhelming, And I think some of this stuff he had to keep in order to protect himself, and I think that's probably I think that we're hearing blackmail in there. Maybe I'm
something I to agree. If you can't destroy everything. Maybe
you're breaking up, Dennis.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can. Go ahead. What were you saying?
So I'm inclined to believe that is a possibility that he retains some things because those things could either provide him leverage,
right,
in his case. Now, what does leverage look like? Is it blackmail or is it proof that he's innocent? You will be trying to destroy things to prove that you're innocent, but you will be trying to destroy things if you're blackmailing someone.
I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. That's the problem with this. It could be anything. It could be more evidence. It could be just his hubris that, thinking that, they did the raid in March, and, maybe by July, he was feeling some false sense of security that they hadn't arrested him by then. It's no way to know.
Well, I would think that with those two raids, they would have gotten everything, unless he has another residence.
Oh, they probably didn't get everything. We're talking about years and years and years of footage of if these allegations are true, right? I'm sure that he had some things in the stash.
Not in the stash. Okay, let's go.
I'm crazy, but I think that's the producer reference. I think he was telling people, and then with the Netflix, I think he's saying, "Man, we'll drop that."
Ain't none of them what? No saying.
Play it again. I'm not sure what I heard. You know what
he said none of them have got a case. Basically, they're all just after his money. But he used slang and he used swearing that was muted.
Yeah, none of them are shat, is what he was saying. I believe is the
okay.
Yeah, ain't none of them feces stat.
We get it, man. We know what you mean.
Okay.
We know.
You just really have to do that, buddy.
Next one is 20 seconds long. This one. That's okay.
Justin said, what should he do about his whip, though? Man, the f*** is you talking about? You don't see this shit I'm dealing with right now? I know, Bob. I told this stupid ass. Hey, check this out. Tell his light-skinned ass to go make a club appearance or something. Motherfucker, make some money. You 30 years old and shit. Pay your own fucking car. Hey.
Whoa.
I think we need to go over this one in sections. I'll start at the beginning.
Hold on.
All right.
Justin said, what should he do about his whip, though?
What should he do about his whip, dog? Is that what he said?
What should he do about his whip, though? Right. And what he's saying is they're coming to repo Justin's car. Right. A whip. He's making reference to an automobile.
It's not Justin.
All right. It sounds like it's Quincy.
Quincy. How old is anybody know how old Quincy is? How old is Quincy?
30. Let's ask Google. A couple keystrokes.
Right. 32.
Okay, so how old is Justin?
Well, is he 32?
He's 30. No, that's Justin Bieber.
Hmm? Is Quincy 30 or 32? You don't want to call it repo. And why would they be worried about repo and they got bread? What the?
Justin is 30.
30?
Mm-hmm. His birthday is December 30th. Justin Combs.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
So it is just. Well, he said Justin, didn't he?
Did he say Justin?
I think he did. Run it back.
What should he do about his whip, dog? Is that what he said?
What should he do about his whip, though? Right.
I wish we just had
what
the
he's saying
calls.
is they're coming to repo Justin's car. Right?
Oh,
a whip. He's making reference to an automobile.
Well, he said
so.
Right.
And
go back. You got to listen to the audio.
That is a fact.
That's what he said
recently. That
in the next one, then. This one is 20 seconds long. This one. That's okay.
Justin said, what should he do about his whip, though?
Yeah, Justin.
What you talking about? You don't see this shit I'm dealing with right now? I know, Bob. I told this stupid ass. Hey, check this out. Tell his light-skinned ass to go make a club appearance or something. Motherfucker, make some money. You 30 years old and shit. Pay your own fucking car. Hey.
I think this is.
I think we need to go over this one in sections. I'll start at the beginning.
That sounds interesting.
What should he do about his whip, though?
What should he do about his whip, dog? Is that what he said?
Oh, what should he do about his whip, though? Right. And what he's saying is they're coming to repo Justin's car. Right. A whip.
Well, he's not saying all that.
An automobile. So
right.
You just got to pay the note.
And that is a fact that's come out recently that he was getting sued over getting his car. Yeah, it's a Bentley apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And he stopped making payments on it right about the time Dad got in trouble, and so it's a shame, but that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
All right, I'll continue.
Man, the f is you talking about? You don't see this shit I'm dealing with right now?
What did he say then?
What the F are you talking about? Can't you see the S I'm dealing with? Right.
Right.
I know, Bob. I told this dude that hey, yo, check this out. Tell his light-skinned ass to go make a club appearance.
Tell his light-skinned ass to
Make a club appearance.
I didn't hear the last part, but the part he said before that was in the beginning. We missed a little bit before that.
Yeah, that's why we don't need their
yeah,
commentary.
back
We
that
just
up a
need the
little bit.
calls.
Right, that's it.
I
Yeah.
told this dude that hey, yo, check this out. Tell his light-skinned ass to go make a club appearance or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What he said is to go make a club appearance, but you know, he says he's telling his kid to go to work, right? You know, and he's making a reference to the to Justin. You're 30 years old, man. Go out there and
Mikey
make
said
a
use
club
the arrow
appearance. You
keys
make a
to
bunch
skip
of
5
money,
seconds
you
at a
know,
time.
At
Arrow key.
into celebrity if you clubs will pay you, you know, X amount of money to show up and hang out for the night because
good afternoon, everyone. I am here with
Yeah, well-
Ryan
No,
Dawson,
not the arrow keys on the
who was
keyboard.
on the Jeffrey
Wait a
case
minute. Hold
for many a year.
You used the
One
wrong
of the
arrow
most
key.
dedicated researchers of
Oh,
these
oh my
kinds
Now
of
click on the arrow key on the video to just to go back to the video you was
and
on
if you're
before.
familiar with his work, God bless you. If you are not, good evening, everybody. I thought
There
I
you
was
go.
retired for the night
Okay.
when I got urgent calls from
No.
Ron and Shane. The mods are putting it in the chat right now. Please subscribe. We have got phone calls, which are allegedly authentic from the jail of Diddy. Tommy said he's got a good source and he's trusting his source, and we are going with it for now.
I told him on the
And, we're
keyboard. You
about
know
to
he
finish.
old, Mikey.
he's a very unusual character.
Mikey, wait, hold on. What am I hitting it on a StreamYard or what? Because I'm on the action page. I'm on
On
actually
the YouTube. On the YouTube.
There's no other arrow there. Where's the other arrow? I see one arrow which takes me to the next video.
On the keyboard.
Oh, keyboard.
Just dude.
Oh. Okay, that arrow. Okay, hold on.
The other arrow. The other
might be.
arrow.
Hold on.
You know, he really might.
La Lista, like the hit
Yeah.
list in
Thank
prison.
you, Mike.
Yeah. Thank you, Mikey. See, we
Mikey,
lit. Thank you,
It
Mikey.
could be, but getting it signed. I mean, maybe he's just being slick.
Worldwide
You do
collab.
have to
Don't be
come up-
laughing at Dennis.
But if he was on, let's say, you wouldn't. Started talking about the recycling and the people.
Oh, I'm lit now. Oh, I'm
No
gonna have
doubt. We
I asked him, it
moving.
would be barking. You would set something up, right? This is a little bit different.
Questions in, please go back to where we and in the meantime, I legit put a 2 in. And let's see ones. Can lawyers bring in a cell phone? Ones.
No. The answer is no.
Are they supposed to bring in a cell phone, or can they bring in a cell phone? Because
Wow.
I was in a state prison and we were in the period of time and
State prison ain't
grabbed
the
my
Fed.
arm. These things that had a little. And this yeah, I'll never forget it because there was all these people. I was looking around. There had to be.
So now he's
350
snitching on the lawyer.
All the boxes.
That's really, it's creepy as hell, right? It's creepy as hell.
No,
First year I was sober. Oh, God, it was rugged.
We've got a few people asking for the pizza call again. I think that is one of the most startling ones of this.
I think that's 4, right?
Yep, got it right here. Let's go.
Dennis Unleashed.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Pizza. That sounds like child porn.
That's really, it's creepy
sound
as
like
hell, right? It's creepy as hell.
Okay, all the boxes left over from the pizza. The boxes are the videos. The pizza is the kids, based on what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know. Videos of kids. Videos of
Get rid of the
acts
boxes.
with kids.
I don't want to think that. Guys, I'm
I don't want to
just.
say that either because he can't be serious as to not have gotten rid of anything that might be still around that would implicate him in any further crimes.
Nope.
But I don't know.
It's and the reason that the only of all of the ones, this was the one that made me go, damn, right? Because I want it to be real. I don't want it to be AI. This was the one that made me question it the most, because you do think to yourself, how could you be so freaking stupid, right? Of all the code in the world, you couldn't come up with something better than that. But who knows, man? I mean,
unleash, Dennis. Go ahead and unleash.
There are people, in fact, just for laughs, and then huge. Those of us who see differently. No, it's really
got. Rather than repeat all that for the rest of the viewers, and put the same questions.
I'm just getting to a point where I can just roll over and see where the next clip is. The other way is just annoying. Just take
right there it is.
You see it? Oh, there you go. You got something right there.
Coming in pertaining to this call, so I'll play it one more time. Here we go.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the
that might be it.
Leftover from the pizza.
What's more here? I'm going to the next.
All right, and the questions are.
I don't care about the questions.
Let me see.
No, we don't hear that question. We had our own.
Here we go. Let's see.
Sergeant Stenego. I love that. Great reference.
I'm gonna need you to get rid
Oh my goodness. They're obsessed.
No, that's
They're obsessed with that. I think that might be it.
Not number 4.
Because I think they only had one phone call.
4th one.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I didn't watch the whole video, but I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's all I see here. I don't see anything else.
I think he said he only had one call, and I don't see them playing anything else.
Yeah, that's all I have.
They're just rerunning that one. So the problem that I have, if this is authentic, is that the status right now is that the Court of Appeals has issued a stay in Diddy's appeal of the bail denial, right? So remember, if we just briefly want to rewind, the initial appearance with Diddy and his bail application went before a magistrate. The magistrate denied his bail application, saying that his lawyer had not overcome the presumption of detention, which is statutory in this case based on the charges. They then went before, maybe what was a day or day 2 later, went before the district court judge, that was Judge Carter, where they made a new bail application. They amended the package that they had. They added a couple of things, and I don't think it was substantially changed, and it was also denied. After that denial, they filed an appeal with the Second Circuit Court of Appeal. The problem with that is they were not going to be successful there, so they are now seeking to have a third bail package considered before the current district court judge that's presiding now, right? Because when they were before him, he pretty much suggested that he would be open to a bail package. He's like, there's no bail package before me, so I guess we're adjourned. And I was like, oh, I read that in the transcript, like, wait a minute. That, to me, is an invitation to ask him if he would consider a new bail application. So they ran to the Court of Appeals to seek the stay because they didn't want the Court of Appeals to make a decision before they could ask this judge for the third time to release Sean Diddy Combs. So that's where we are now. So in light of this call, if this is authentic, the prosecution very well will use this to show the court that he still is a danger to the community. He's directing his son to do what sounds like
destroy evidence,
criminal behavior, to engage in criminal behavior, to destroy evidence that might still be around. And so that would be a basis for him to remain detained. So this could hurt him significantly if it is in fact, authenticated.
Okay. And the way to authenticate that is to go to the source of the recordings.
The prosecution will already have a copy of this. They will know. They're not going to have to go through the hoops we would have to go through to authenticate it, because they're going to get it right from the source.
Right. Well, that's an interesting proposition for the lawyers to think about. These guys probably not
I'm curious to see what the new bail package is, because so now, remember, so we got the dastardly duo from Abercrombie and Fitch that were that were charged in an indictment with very similar charges as Sean Combs, sex trafficking and the like. Basically enterprise, because they were, they say they were using the company Abercrombie sort of to lure these people in by jobs of promising them modeling careers and the like, and then they exploited them sexually. So 3 people have been charged, and the 2, I want to say, principal defendants. One is an 80-year-old man. I don't remember their names. This thing is squeezing my head so tight. I need those. I need the buds you have. I gotta fix these. The 80-year-old man. What's his name? Is it Tim?
Yeah, he's a CEO, right? Rico Suave. Rico. Mike ain't no Rico Suave.
He's the ex-CEO.
Right, ex.
The ex-CEO. What is his name? Him and his partner. So Mike Jeffries is the ex-CEO, and his partner Matthew Smith. And then they have a middleman who was someone who sort of facilitated allegedly bringing these people to them for these to engage in these acts, and his name is James Jacobson. So Mike Jeffries was released on a $10 million bond, and there's a lot of comparison as to why he was released, but Diddy was not. I will say that his partner, Matthew Smith, was not released, but I also was informed, and I don't know if this is true, that he is not a U.S. citizen.
That's what I heard. I heard he wasn't.
That definitely would make him a flight risk.
Right.
He's definitely a flight risk. I don't know what happened with the James Jacobson, whether or not I think he had been detained in another state, so I'm not sure if he's been brought to court in the Eastern District just yet, he's had a detention hearing.
Florida. The Abercrombie cases in Florida.
Oh, is it? I thought it was. Are you sure?
Yeah, I thought it was coming out of the South, because it was somewhere down in Florida.
This is Breon. Isn't this Breon? I thought what case is Breon doing?
Yeah, Breon's Eastern District.
This is the Eastern District. What are you talking about?
Oh, it is, okay.
Yeah, this is the Eastern District. This is New York.
Pace.
Huh?
Breon Pace, the Eastern District. Okay.
Yes, this is him. This is his case. He did a press conference and everything. Don't you see Dennis trying to make me crazy over here talking about his Florida? Anyway, so as I was saying, I don't know if the middleman has been brought to court and had his detention hearing yet, but obviously, people are up in arms because the Mr. Jeffries did get bail, but he's 80, and he's 80 years old. That is a factor in whether or not someone should be detained, whether or not they are a flight risk, whether or not they are a threat or a danger to the community, their history. So it's really, you're comparing apples to oranges, because there was a history of Sean Combs engaging in conduct designed to intimidate witnesses, right? Allegedly. So when those are the allegations, you are not similarly situated as some other defendant who's just charged with the same crime.
I agree.
So that's a factor. Those factors matter.
It's not an orange to orange.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
And he's a white man. Let's not forget that part. He's a white man, and those prison was never built for white people. The prisons were not built for white people. Let's
wait. What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm absolutely saying prisons were built to hold black and brown bodies. So somebody gonna challenge me on that? Because no, that's not to say there aren't white people in jail. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not suggesting that. There are plenty of white people in jail.
Right.
But that is not disproportionately. Those folks look like me.
I want to see what when is it? I got to see what's the next court date. Do we know the next court date for this bond?
For Diddy?
For the they're going to try to put a package together.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I saw something like December. I don't know. I withdraw that. I don't know. Yeah, James Jacobs and Melba Moore, but I don't know if he's been presented to the court yet on his charges. So yeah.
Cheese, pizzas, hot dog. I see these. I know nothing of these code words. So
cheese, pizza, hot dogs. These people are sick. I didn't hear any hot dogs code word. I didn't hear cheese on the pizza. Drea Foster. I just heard pizza boxes. Get rid of the. He didn't even say get rid of the pizza. He said get rid of the pizza boxes, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of the. Maybe that's why they had to play it so many times. It's like, wait, what was it again? What did he say? Get rid of the pizza boxes and recycle the plastic.
Well, I'm sure these agents in there can reach out to their sources who got those similar cases and find out what what all that means, and they probably have it in a database. They put all the stuff in a database. They can type it in their database and find out what does this word mean. That's a great thing about the technology the feds have. They've had everything is in the database. You can just they have an internal Google.
Yeah, the investigators should be familiar with the different types of languages or terms, or I don't want to say anything specific to this industry. They should be familiar with those terms, right? If they're investigating these types of cases, they should be very familiar with those terms. They shouldn't have to look up a damn thing.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think that's going to be. It's going to if these audio calls are real, it's going to come out, and we won't be getting these 20-second clips or 10 to 12-second clips. If they got it, then either was someone else said something to me today, Ike, and you said it, and someone else said to me, he said, Dennis, if that actually is him, then these lawyers are going to be up in arms because it shouldn't have got leaked.
Yeah, they are. They're already up in arms. They already filing motion. They already have motions for the court to basically, essentially, a gag order. Right. So they are already accusing the prosecution of, or I would say they are implying that the prosecution is the one that leaked the hotel video to TMZ.
No, right? CNN.
Oh, CNN. I'm sorry. So yeah, right. CNN. So they are absolutely going to be all over this if this is authentic.
Right.
Because the other thing is, how does he get a fair trial if this continues to happen? How does he get a fair? And it's not just a fair trial in New York, but how does he get a fair trial anyway? Because these airwaves are not confined to New York State border, right? And so if he can't get a fair trial in New York, he can't get a fair trial anywhere.
Jersey or Connecticut or
yeah. How is that? I mean, obviously, courts, when they do jury selection, there's a lot of pressure on jurors to say that, sure, I will not let those things affect my judgment. When that is very difficult to do when you're a human being.
Well, Ike, I want to thank you for coming up.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you all the time. All right, family. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. It's your girl, Ike. I love you. I really do. I really do. I really, really, really like I say it. People think that when I say it, it's just, colloquial or it sounds, something. No, I really love y'all. I really do. Oh, I really do. All right, I'm out. Y'all be good. I'm playing golf tomorrow. You better know it. You better know it, baby. All right, family. Peace.
Peace. So, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't mean to just, I was making moves. I got to make some moves right now. But thank you for coming up. Our stream will stay up, ladies and gentlemen. We are on Twitter at over 40,000 on Twitter watching. So that's crazy. And we have our YouTube family here, but we are going to be, the stream is going to stay up. we're gonna bring in the guests as they come up, and I just want you guys to stay locked in. I want you guys to stay locked in. I do have some other things to attend to. When we're not ending the stream, we're going to just play the closing for our YouTube channel, because we are going to start another one when our next guest pulls up. I'll see you guys in the next update.